Hey guys, so in today's video, I thought that I would address kind of what started this whole situation with my liver and my subsequent hospitalization and everything. So this all started actually as of the day that I'm filming this. This was like almost 3 weeks ago. Um, it's currently the 19th of March, and this started March 1st. So it was a Friday, and I had been picking up basically day shifts on Fridays just to maintain coverage for any patients who might have called in the sleep center on Fridays, because we had been closed on Fridays for quite some time. And we've had like patients leave messages asking questions or asking for help and things like that. So we decided that we wanted to try to get coverage for each day of the week. So I had been working day shifts on Fridays. And now basically when I would be working the day shift on Fridays, it was basically just me by myself. And that's how it was on this particular day in the afternoon. So the other sleep tech that I normally work with, she was working in the morning, but she left at like 11:30 in the morning, and I didn't have enough hours to leave at that time. So I was basically staying until 4 p.m. Or 3:30, I think it actually was. So anyways, I was fine throughout the morning. I was fine like right up until like all of this happened. I didn't feel weird. Like the day felt like a normal day for me. I didn't feel at all like out of the norm. I ate lunch just fine. I had a normal lunch. Now, a normal lunch for me, like depending on what the cafeteria at work is serving. For those of you who don't know, I work in a sleep center as a sleep tech, and I do work in a hospital-based sleep center. So on the day shift, we have access to the cafeteria, which their menu changes every day, obviously. And then they also have certain things that they keep in the refrigerator, like Uncrustables and different things that are left over from whatever's on the menu for that day. So normally if whatever they're serving that day is not like what I'm interested in eating, I will get either a wrap, like they usually have wrap with like chicken, some type of seasoning. Sometimes they do like Santa Fe chicken wraps. Sometimes they do like Italian chicken wraps. Sometimes they do Caesar chicken wraps. It just kind of depends on what they have available. And then if there's no wraps that I'm interested in, usually I'll get like an Uncrustable, either strawberry or grape. And I'll usually get like, they have little Ziploc bags full of fruit or vegetables. So there's usually like grapes, carrots, celery, and sometimes there's other things, like there's also cheese cubes and things like that you can get that are in little Ziploc bags. Anyway, this day I had gotten an Uncrustable, I think it was a grape one, and I had a bag of grapes, one of the Ziploc bags of grapes, and then they also had this pasta salad that I wanted to try, so I got a little like container of the pasta salad to try, and it was really good, and it didn't upset my stomach at all. Like nothing felt off at all. And then like I normally eat around noon, so by the time 3 p.m. ish came around, like I remember going into the bathroom to use the bathroom. Like I had been drinking my water and drinking I think I had for lunch, I had like the hospital brand like Sprite that you usually get from every hospital. I had one of those, and that was with my lunch. But other than that, I was drinking water, and I think I got like a sparkling water from the cafeteria because they have those as well. But anyways, I didn't feel weird or anything after lunch. I was just doing some studying for my CPS GT stuff and finishing up some studying on the A-Step modules that I had to do once I was done with my training in Tennessee. And I was just kind of working on that and like going over different things that needed to be done for Monday, because this was a Friday that all this happened. So I was like pulling charts, going over the patient schedule for Monday, getting everything ready because I was scheduled to work on Monday. I remember going into the bathroom And I remember going to the sink to wash my hands once I was done. And then as I was standing at the sink, like just under my breastbone, that area of my abdomen started hurting so bad. And it kind of spread to my left side, which with everything going on, the doctors at the hospital downstate where I was at, they were concerned that it was on the left side and not the right side, because with like the test results that they've gotten, they would assume that my pain would have been on the right side, not the left side, but it was more on the left side and then kind of going around to my back also. So I just remember like that pain came on super suddenly. And then as I was standing there, I just kind of like braced myself on the sink, just kind of like put my hands down and just kind of stood there for a second, hoping that the pain would go away. And as I was standing there, I started feeling really, really nauseous and like I was going to throw up. So I walked back over towards the toilet, because the bathroom I was in is just a single bathroom, like it's for us employees. And so I just walked back over to the toilet in case I had to throw up. I didn't end up throwing up, I don't think. I woke up on the floor. So I don't know like if I like just passed out. That's what they think happened, was that I just passed out, but I don't know exactly how long I was on the floor for. And I'm just so thankful that I woke up and didn't like hurt myself worse, because my boss had already come up there to say like have a good weekend and that he was getting ready to head out for the weekend. And like nobody would have come up there until Monday, because housekeeping had already been in for the day and they only come in once a day. So they wouldn't have come in. Like there were no sleep studies. We don't do sleep studies on Friday nights. And so like it would have been bad if I hadn't just woken up. I was able to wake up. Like I said, I don't know exactly how long I was on the floor for or how long I was out for. I did hit my head like back here. I had a nasty bump. I just remember like feeling really hot and really nauseous, and then like leaning over the toilet just in case I threw up, and then waking up on the floor. And I was freaking out when I woke up. Like I still had that pain in my chest and abdomen, but it was like, it didn't, I tried to like stretch my body out in case it was like how I was sitting, but nothing I did helped that pain at all. And so I ended up having to crawl back to my desk, which there is like a hallway. So like if here's the bathroom, there's like a hallway that you have to go this way, then you have to go this way, and then there's like the office. And I had to crawl all the way like out, down the hallway, a little bit down this hallway, into the office, and all the way back over to the computer and the phone, like because I couldn't even think of like what number the nurse's station phone number was. I just remembered like the ER nurse number for whatever reason, I don't know. So I just picked up the phone and I called, and thankfully it was one of the nurses that I know. And I said like, hey, I think I need help. I'm pretty sure I just passed out and I woke up on the floor. So they ended up calling a rapid response for me. And like everybody that I had previously worked in the clinic with when I was working as a medical assistant, they were really concerned. And like when I went in last Friday, I went in so that I could turn in paperwork for short-term disability with HR. I was kind of talking to them about part of my experience, and they were all in such total disbelief that I was the person that they ended up having to call the rapid response on. But, you know, it's just, they said it was crazy to hear rapid response to the sleep center, because nobody's there on Fridays. Like nobody is ever in the sleep center on Fridays. It's like I said, it's always just me or the other sleep tech, just to basically answer like 3 or 4 phone calls that we get throughout the day. It was just a really scary experience. And from the rapid response, I ended up going to the ER, had an awful experience in the ER. And it really upset me. I ended up having to report the provider that I saw in the ER. And I'm really not happy about that. Like, I really wish that things would have gone differently. And I think that I will make a separate video discussing kind of that situation. So if you're interested in hearing more about my story, obviously I am home from the hospital now, but next week I'm going back to the hospital to have more done. So I will continue to share my story as I'm able to. I'm still in the process of recovering from all of this. I did see my primary care doctor yesterday, and he did not release me to return to work this week. I'm supposed to see him again on Monday, which he was supposed to be able to release me to work hopefully on Monday, but now I have to go have this procedure done and additional testing on Wednesday of next week downstate in Grand Rapids, Michigan. So I'm not going to be able to work next week either, probably. So it's just kind of a cluster right now. I'm all over the place. This video has gone on long enough. Thank you for listening if you've listened all the way to this point. Also, if you guys have any questions about my experience or what I've gone through or any of the testing, anything that I share in these videos, I would be glad to share my story. You guys know that. It may take me a while to film a video and actually be able to upload it because I am still behind in uploading, but I will do my best. And with that being said, I will talk to you in my next video.